Okay, today I am doing a slightly different video. Joey and I, sorry Joe, are going to be doing a slightly different video. I'm going to be using thank you, that's very nice, a foam roller to do some gentle stretching. The purpose of all these videos isn't necessarily that you do every day that we post one, but we're trying to create a little library of exercise videos to give you some options, to keep you entertained, to keep you moving at this time. So if you don't have a foam roller, we can always organise one for you, but you can simply go back throughout earlier this week or in any previous week and find a video that you have enjoyed and that's suitable, and please feel free to do that one. And you can always request exercise videos too. So if we can't do it, we can try and find someone who can. So if there's something that you'd like to see, let us know and we will try to accommodate. But I thought with some foul weather on the cards, people will be staying indoors, enjoying a bit of time by the fireplace. So that's why we're using our fancy fireplace right here, a foam roller and a little bit of downtime. So it doesn't matter what type of foam roller you have, if it's a little one, a long one, a hollow one, or a complete round one. So let's get started. The first one we're going to do is putting the roller across your mat, laying down with the roller between your shoulder blades, lifting your hips off the ground just a fraction, and rolling up and down on your back. If you like, you can support your head in your hands just to expose the shoulder blades. Excuse me. This one is a menace when she wants to be. She's already been out for a run. So up and down along the back of your shoulders. Staying really high. It's not very pleasant to go all the way down towards your lower back. But if you wanted to, what you can do is put the roller down by your back and then you rest your weight on your elbows. And then at least you're not working too hard for your stomach, because this is supposed to be relaxing. So that way you can roll your lower back. Otherwise you can just go through your mid back, and as you get lower, support your head in your hands just so you're looking after your neck. And you can roll all the way around your shoulder blades. This should be relaxing. You just have to hover your hips above the ground so you can slide easily. So that's a nice one to start off with. The next one is awkward at best, so we're going to get it out of the way quite early. So what you do, I'll set you up for this one. You are on your side. The roller is on underneath your kind of armpit, the outside of your armpit. Hey. She has this way of nibbling, just a tiny little bit of skin. So she's very good. It's like a bee sting, isn't it, Joe? So what you need to do is get your dog out of the way so people can see. The arm that you're lying on is face up, the palm. You can't push down because otherwise you'll be tensing the muscles that we're trying to relax. So your bottom leg is out nice and straight, your top leg is bent, and this is the one that you push with. You're just rolling on the outside of your shoulder. It's only a very small movement. You can use that top hand as well, just to control that movement. So this one doesn't feel overly pleasant, and it's awkward, so it's got two things going for it, but it's really good for your shoulder and your neck to help relieve some pressure. And with these ones, you just do as many as you can comfortably. So when you've had enough of that one, you spin around with the dog. And you push the dog out of the way, and then you do the other side. So again, bottom leg is out pretty much straight, top leg is bent, and that's the one that you're pushing with. The arm that the shoulder you're rolling on, that arm's really relaxed. So those ones don't feel very good. But the rule with using a foam roller is if it feels fine, you don't have to do it. So if it doesn't feel fantastic, you just need to spend a little bit of time every day for a few days, maybe 2 weeks, and then it feels a whole lot better. Next one, again, we need to flip the dog, put her down, slide her away. This time you're on your knees with your hands on the roller. Hey. Hey. And you're just pushing the roller away and then coming back up again. So relaxing. So you're just gently rolling the roller away from you and then coming back in again. So this one's really nice for your back and for your shoulders. One more. Okay. Next one, you have the roller beside you, so just in line with your knees. You have your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Now you're just pushing the roller away and then back towards you. So you can let that shoulder drop as much as it needs to. Thank you, Joe. And you can change your hip position. The further you sit back, it changes the stretch through your back and your shoulders. The further you sit forward, it changes it again. So you can just do wherever feels comfortable. Thank you, Jay. So I'll show you from side on for the other arm. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And just rolling it away. If you do have sore wrists, you're welcome to come onto your knuckles. So this is meant to be a gentle stretch. It should feel comfortable. Last one. Okay, so next up, we're going to do a little bit of rolling down the front of our thighs. So for this one, navigate around your dog. Before you lay down, just have the roller resting on the front of your thighs. And then you come on down to your forearms. And you're just rolling up and down on the front of your thighs. So you are above your knees and below your hips. So you don't roll over any bony bits. You just stay in the middle of your thighs, halfway between your knees and your hips, and you can go up a little bit higher and down a little bit lower, however feels comfortable. So a good goal with these rolling exercises is to be able to do about 20 times up and back without any discomfort. And when you get to that stage, you only need to do it once or twice a week to stay on top of it. But it might take a couple of weeks of doing it every day, however many you can tolerate, which is as many as you need to do. Even if it's only 3 or 4 times up and back, the next day you'll be able to do 5 or 6, and it will keep increasing until you can do about 20. And then it starts to feel better and better. All we're doing is encouraging muscles to relax. A little bit of self-massage. Okay, so that's the front. The next one we're going to do is the side. So this is definitely everyone's least favourite. So the roller is on the outside of my thigh. I have my bottom arm bent, so my forearm is on the ground. I have my top leg bent, so that foot is on the ground. And then my top hand as well can take some weight. So you control however much weight you want to put down. If you want to, you can really lift your whole body weight up. But the leg that you're rolling on, that one stays in the air, stays relaxed. Otherwise, you're again tensing the muscles that you're trying to relax. So don't expect this one to feel wonderful. These muscles get used a lot and they need to have a little bit of downtime, and this is how we provide it. No one enjoys this one, so don't feel that it's only you, and it's not punishment. All we're doing is helping our knees and our hips and our back to feel better by just relaxing a couple of muscles, giving them a little reprieve. So when you're on the outside of your leg, I roll slightly forwards and it's just a little bit more comfortable. And you just keep doing gentle, small movements. Maybe down the lower part towards your knee, and then you can do a few in the middle part towards your hip. But I find small movements is more comfortable than trying to do the whole leg at once. Again, you're not allowed to roll over any bony bits. That includes your hip or your knee. You will find that you have some areas that are more tender in one part of that leg than the other, even though they're the same muscle. They just feel a bit more tension in one area than the other. Okay, that's enough of that. For that leg, we spin around. Again, the roller is on the outside of your leg. Bottom arm is bent, forearm on the ground. Top leg bent, foot on the ground. Top hand on the ground. And then I'm starting off towards the knee, some small movements. I'm rolled slightly forwards. Trying to relax the leg that you're lying on. Easier said than done. Maybe working up a little bit higher towards the hip. Slowly up and down. Surely it's enough of that one. Next one, we're going to do the back of one leg. So for that, you have the roller, the back of one thigh, your other leg is beside the roller, and you have to lift your hips off the ground, otherwise you're not going to go anywhere. And now you can just gently roll on the back of one thigh. That leg is up in the air, and you're using your arms and your other leg to support your body weight as you're just gently rolling up and down on the back of one leg. So again, just between your hip and your knee, not rolling over any bony bits. And then when you're ready, swap onto the other side. So if you do follow a program like this, and you're picking on a lot of the muscles in your body, you might find some differences left and right, and that's okay. I encourage you to do both sides, even if one feels good, but you try to get the more tender side to feel as good as the good side. That's a good goal to have. When you're doing the one shoulder compared to the other, you often find a difference with that one. Your dominant side might be a little bit more unpleasant, and that's normal, just because we use our dominant side so much more, but you really want to make it feel good. Okay, we're getting through them. Let's do the calf. So this one's really good. Our walking muscles, they can tolerate a lot of abuse, so we just need to give them a little bit of love. So, just in the middle of your lower leg, halfway between your knee and your ankle, you rest one leg on the roller, and you can support your weight with the other leg. You've got your weight on your hands again, lifting your hips just a fraction above the ground, so you're not resting on the ground. And you're just rolling, and you can turn that leg that's on the roller, toes up towards the ceiling or inwards or outwards, and then you'll find different parts of the calf muscle that you can target. And if that's too easy, you can put your other leg on top as well, and you get a little bit more pressure. So these muscles are another group that might feel a little bit tender, because they are our walking muscles, and we use them a lot. So we want to look after them. When you're ready, swapping legs. Return to the dog. So you can support your weight with the other leg as well, or you can rest it on top to get a little bit more pressure on the leg you're working on. And just rolling up and back. Ends up being more of an arm workout than anything else. Okay, last one. Might have to adjust the camera a little bit. This one's a real crowd pleaser. So join me. So, just in frame. This time, you put the roller between your thighs. You have your feet as close together. You grab your dog as close together as you can. And you're just going to move your hips forwards and backwards. Mr. Bean your hips. So front on, side on, whichever way is inappropriate, that's okay. So just gently moving your hips forwards and backwards. This is a really good way to get into those muscles on the inner thigh, the groin. It's very awkward to do lying on the floor, but a friend showed me this one. And they work with the Australian Ballet. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. And isotone is good enough for the dog. So that's a fun one to leave you with. A real crowd pleaser, a good one to do around the kitchen table in the mornings, especially with a long roller. Get 3 people on board. Okay. Thanks for watching. Please make any recommendations of other exercises that you'd like to see, and we will try to accommodate. Okay, we'll see you soon.